Whenever I talk to an introvert about putting themselves out there in order to go out and date, meet new people, make new friends, expand their comfort zone, get better job opportunities, they always look at me crazy and they always say things like, yeah, man, it's easy for you to say that. It's easy for you to tell me that I should go out and do all these things. You're an extrovert. It's easy for you to do it. It's a lot harder for me to do it. So it's unfair for you to come and criticize me for having fear and being unable to go out and socialize. And whenever I hear that, it's really funny to me because it's very common to people that I appear to them to be very extroverted, but in fact, I am a natural introvert. I grew up very introverted. I still am very introverted. But the only difference between me now versus me in the past is that now I possess social skills, right? And a lot of times when I try to explain that to an introvert, be it a friend or an acquaintance or someone that I just met, they're always flabbergasted. They always think that I'm capping in order to like appeal to them or create some kind of familiarity. Like, yeah, I used to be an introvert too, and I made it happen, so you can too, man. And they think that I'm trying to manipulate them in any way, but it's actually true. I am an introvert, but I just have the social skills, and I understand on a very deep, tacit level how the social game works. And I'm here to tell you from one introvert to another that being an introvert, and this is something that a lot of introverts don't understand, so I really need you to pay close attention. This is going to change your life. Okay? Being an introvert in the social game is the ultimate trump card, is the ultimate position of power. Okay? Now, of course, if you're hearing this and you've been an introvert your entire life, sitting at home watching anime all day, playing video games, having very minimal social interaction, you are probably thinking that I'm crazy for saying this. And you probably think that, again, I'm trying to manipulate you or trying to appeal to your ego in some way. But listen to me. I know what I'm talking about. Okay? I've spent years studying these things. And I'm here to tell you, being an introvert is the ultimate position of power in the social game. And if you understand being an introvert plus understanding how the social game works and understanding the underlying concepts behind the social game is what makes you the ultimate chess piece in this game, right? But a lot of you guys just don't understand that. Because here's the thing, if you understood the social game and the concepts underlying it, it will make perfect sense. But that's what I'm here to do for you today. I'm here to finally empower you and make you realize that right in your front door, right in front of you, is the secret to you becoming the ultimate social butterfly, the most sought out person that people want to invite to parties, to gatherings, to social events, to their get togethers, and you're blind to it because of your own insecurities, doubts, and self consciousness. Okay? Again, if you understand the underlying social dynamics, this makes perfect sense. And what is one of the most important social dynamics here? Validation. Okay? This is a very known fact. However, I think a lot of people don't seem to understand this on an emotional level. So hopefully after this video is done, you're finally gonna get this, right? Everyone, listen to me, everyone is constantly pinging off of one another. We're always looking for the cool person. We're always looking for someone to validate our identity, to tell us that we're cool, to compliment us on things that matter to us, on things that we put effort on. We're always looking, what is everyone else thinking? What is everyone else doing? What is the cool thing to do? How can I fit in? How am I being perceived by other people? Okay? And this is one of the most important concepts in the social game, because the people that understand this concept are able to manipulate social situations in their favor. Because guess what? If you're the person that doesn't care at all what anyone else thinks of you, then naturally you hold all the cards because everyone else cares. That's the thing. Think back to high school. Who were the cool kids? How did the cool kids act? The cool kids were always the most nonchalant, indifferent people, always laid back, always very self-validated, and everyone else was constantly chasing their approval. Everyone else wanted to be part of the group. Everyone else wanted to date them and give them opportunities. And if they showed up at one of your birthday parties, you felt like, whoa, I'm a cool kid because this guy or this girl that is so indifferent and so out of reach is in this party or in the same space with me or in whatever gathering you invited them to. Okay, think to your job, for example. The cool people at your job, the people that hold all the power, most likely the managers, your boss, all right? Those people are very relaxed, they're very nonchalant, and everyone else is constantly fighting and vying for their approval, right? Obviously, in a job setting, it's a situation where people want to keep their jobs and the boss has the power in that situation. So it's easy for him to act in this very nonchalant way. But this is one of the important things about the social game. Your behavior and the reason for your behavior are interchangeable, right? So if you behave confident and you behave nonchalant, people are naturally going to assume that there's something about you or you have some kind of value that they don't know yet about, right? They're just going to assume that about you until you show them that that's not the case, right? And then they're going to be like, okay, he's just nonchalant. But even being nonchalant in itself is value, right? Being relaxed is value. That's what people are always chasing after. People are always chasing people's approval. So you being laid back, indifferent, not caring, automatically gets people to chase because everyone is constantly insecure. Everyone is constantly pinging for outside validation. And if you are the person that has this vacuum of validation around him, where you are not searching for anyone's validation, and at the same time you're not giving out your validation freely, people will naturally gravitate towards you. Now, having that said, let's define real quick what an extrovert and an introvert is. An introvert is a person that is able to be by themselves, enjoy their own company. In fact, it charges them up to be alone. It refuels them being alone, engaging with their hobbies on an individual, independent way. Versus an extrovert is someone that gets recharged through social interaction, through having good relationships with people, through being approved by them. I hope you're seeing where I'm getting at here. And that is why extroverts, in my honest opinion, are at a disadvantage in the social game because they need it to work. They need people's approval. They need to be included in the group, or else their whole ego shatters, or else their battery goes down. They're not able to be alone for too long. They need to be around people. And that need, that desperation, is what is their biggest weakness in the social game. I truly believe that. And the power that you have as an introvert is that you don't care. You don't, if you're being honest with yourself and if you're truly connected to your core. As an introvert, you enjoy your own hobbies and engaging with them by yourself. You probably like reading, you probably like playing video games, you probably like watching shows on Netflix or something. You probably enjoy maybe going to the gym by yourself with your headphones while listening to a podcast. You're someone that lives very happy and fulfilled lives by being by yourself. However, where a lot of introverts mess up and why a lot of introverts lose that power in the social game is because they fall into the frame of being perceived as the weird kid. They're insecure about being quiet. They think that it's not cool being quiet and introverted. And they fall into this narrative that society puts on them, that if you're someone that enjoys your own company and you don't have a lot of need for social interaction, that you're somehow low value, you're weird, you're undesirable. And that's where a lot of introverts mess up and give away all their power in the social game. All right? I'm here to tell you, you need to own your introversion, because that is your biggest trump card. Because while everyone is out socializing and they need people to like them and they need to be approved and validated by everyone, you're sitting back and you're just observing, you're expressing yourself honestly, because again, you don't need people to like you. So you can just be yourself. And if someone doesn't respond well to you, you can just turn your back to them, go talk to the next person, and be completely indifferent to the outcome or how you're being perceived by people. And that is the ultimate power play, because people are going to notice that, right? Like when you're talking to someone and you're engaging with them, and this is something that I've had happen to me many times. Like I'll be in a social environment or like school or something with people that I see regularly. And when I enter that environment, I'm mingling, I'm getting to know the people there, trying to get comfortable in the environment, get familiar with my surroundings. And while I'm interacting with people, obviously most people are going to be nice to me because people are polite, people are friendly, right? That's how the world is. But you're always going to have a couple of bad apples or people that are in a bad mood, or maybe they don't respond well to your type of personality initially. And obviously they're going to give you like a weird reaction. And whenever I would come across these types of people, I would always just kind of pull back. I wouldn't chase after them. I wouldn't wonder, oh my God, why doesn't this person like me? How can I get their approval? No, instead I'll be like, okay, I have no chemistry with this person. I don't need this person anyway. My life is complete just being by myself. I don't need any of these people in my life. So I'm just gonna turn my back and go talk to someone that I actually enjoy speaking to. And before long, I've seen this happen, guys, time and time again. Eventually, that validation vacuum kicks in and they start to chase after me. They start to wonder, why isn't this person talking to me? Like this person is talking to everyone else. Everyone else seems to like him. Everyone is laughing at his jokes. They're vibing together. He talked to me one time and now he just doesn't talk to me. And their insecurities now are going to get in the way, and they're going to start telling, their insecurities are going to start whispering in their brain, oh, maybe he doesn't like me. Maybe he thinks I'm weird. Now I need his approval. Like, why doesn't he like me? Maybe he thinks I'm not cool enough. Maybe I was too rude the first time that I met him. And then all of a sudden, they're chasing for your approval, right? I've seen this happen time and time again. And this can only work if you genuinely do not care about people's approval of you, and you genuinely are happy being alone. And this is something that an extrovert can also achieve, a state of mind that an extrovert can also achieve. It's definitely achievable for them also. But as an introvert, we have that more naturally. And it's a lot easier for us to get in touch with that state of mind because we already are self-sufficient, which naturally makes us selective. Because if you're someone that really values your alone time, then when you're meeting people, no matter how awesome you are, no matter how awesome they are, if you don't have like that strong chemistry of the start, of the jump, and they don't really fit into your life perfectly, you're not going to be really incentivized to invite them into your life, because that means that you're going to have a bunch of people that you're not like 100% sold on, that now you have to make time for and take time out of hanging out by yourself and doing the things that you love by yourself in order to hang out with them. So you're sacrificing your alone time to hang out with people that you're not 100% sold on, right? And that makes you more selective. And the more selective you are, the more value you have in social situations. And it might take a while. Like this phenomenon that I described earlier, it has taken a day, an hour, and it even has taken weeks, months sometime. but I've seen it happen consistently. So anytime that I'm in a new situation, like a social environment where I'm going to be seeing the same people over and over again, and there are people there that are not polite and friendly to me at the start, it always excites me because I know that eventually this validation vacuum concept is going to kick in. And before long, they're going to start chasing for my approval. And then I'm going to have all the cards. Now, I'm not saying that you should abuse that because I know it sounds kind of evil. Obviously, when people make an effort to connect with you, you should you should reward them for that effort and be nice to them. But it's always very like exciting for me when I'm in a situation where I get to see social dynamics and the principles of the social game present themselves in the most raw form. It's very fascinating to me. I love studying the social game, right? So if you truly connect to your core with what it means to be an introvert and you truly own that, then it's the ultimate trump card. Stop being insecure about your introversion. Stop buying into the label that you're weird because you're the quiet kid, right? Now, that's just step one. Step one is owning it, owning your introversion. Now, there's also a step two, because again, this is not going to be easy. It's not just like, oh yeah, I'm just going to own the fact that I'm an introvert and then I'm going to go out and just, lean back on the corner of the fucking room, not talk to anyone, and then everyone eventually is going to start chasing my approval. No, that's not how it works. You still need social skills. Okay? You need social skills. Being an introvert is not a substitute, or like being an introvert and being shy don't go the same. They're not the same thing. Introversion and extroversion are two different things. Confidence, charisma, storytelling, engaging with people are exclusive to introversion. You can be an introvert that's social and that has good social skills and that can engage with people and that is confident enough to approach, and you're a good storyteller, you have a good sense of humor. And those are all under the umbrella of social skills. They have nothing to do with introversion and they have nothing to do with extroversion. And as a social skill being the key word here, it is something that you can learn. You can learn how to be funny. You can learn how to be charismatic. You can learn how to be engaging. You can learn the proper way to approach people, how to express your authentic personality in a charming way. Those are all skills that you can learn. And so after you finally accept the fact that yes, being an introvert is actually the ultimate power position in the social game, then you're going to have to do something that's a little bit more difficult. And that is going out, actually engaging with people, being social, and interacting with them, right? And this is the part that I personally love. I love the social game. I love talking about it. I love teaching about it. I love talking to my friends about it. I love writing about it. I love it. I'm such a nerd for it, right? But then again, that's my kind of introverted side coming out a little bit. And that's the power that you have. If you're an introvert, and on top of that, you understand the social game, and you have social skills, you are unstoppable. So stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop thinking that you're weird. Stop being the quiet kid in the corner. Own your introversion. Make yourself uncomfortable for a couple of months, even a couple of years for some of you, to learn true high-class social skills and go out there and exercise your power in order to meet new amazing people, better friends, better lovers, better job opportunities, and change your life.